Harrison County father is determined to find out what happened to his son, who's been missing since November.
Michael Hudgens is offering $25,000 for any information that will lead him to his son, Kelly.
Michael Hudgens says his life was turned upside down on November 13th, the last day his son, Kelly Hudgens, was seen alive.
So there's the river right there. Right behind them bushes and trees, that's the river. The police trying to say Kelly fell in there and drowned it. But I got to tape him walking away from there, so he did not fall in the river. They found his body 20 miles downstream. I would say, I'm pretty sure, somewhere around here, someone killed my son, Kelly, and they took him out there and dumped him, okay? He didn't go down no river. He didn't float down the river 20-some miles downstream. The police don't agree with me. But they didn't agree with me before either, and they're wrong. Several times they didn't agree with me, and they're wrong. They should shut their mouth and start listening to people when they talk. But they think they know everything, and I know nothing. They should not be that way. They should listen. I'm pretty sure that this will come to an end. And the only way it's going to come to an end, for me, is to find the people that killed my son. It will not end before, because I will not give up. I would not give up on it. Okay. Here's Cynthia right here. This thing here, this here is a river. Okay. This is a very windy river. See how the river like a big snake? There is the island that they found his body on. They found him right about here. So I'm saying somebody drove down this road, went back here and dumped my son's body in that creek. I'm talking about my son, Kelly Hudgens. Okay, he's my youngest son. He's 39 years old. He lived with me right here. Just me and him lived in this house together. Since Kelly gone, I got rid of a lot of stuff. Don't need it more. I don't want to own nothing. I don't want to own nothing no more.
My father's going to move in this house. And we do have his up for sale, and he's wanting to kind of enjoys this house, what I'm doing here. And my father's run a sawmill and started buying lumber, going into the lumber business, and kind of grew on me over the years. And my other brothers, we all grew up in the kind of construction industry, sawmills, learned what lumber was, how to cut lumber, the sizes and trees, and kind of enjoyable growing up.
When you all going to do that siding, Mark?
I'm waiting on the rain to slow down so I can finish it up.
That is something what you should help Mark do, put that siding on. It learns you something.
Yeah, he taught me how to put those windows in. And
Yeah, well, you can learn how to put the siding on. At least I got a roof over my head. I have a place to stay. And all I do is a place to lay my head down and sleep, watch my TV, and cook me a little something with my microwave, whatever. That's all I want. It don't take much to make me happy. If everybody else is happy, I'm happy. My family's happy, I'm happy. If they're not happy, I don't feel good. I'm 75 years old, and realistically, I do not have a whole lot of good years left. So I'm not doing nothing. I don't want to work no more. I want to get up and be free. I want to stay independent, okay? If my son kicks me out of his house, I'm going to buy me a motor home and live in it. If I can't trust my sons, I can't trust nobody in the world, okay? In other words, if I can't trust Mark or my sons, that'd be the day I want to die. But I'm not going to leave it yet. It'll be a while yet.
This weekend, that tropical air mass returning by the weekend. Right now, we're not seeing as much with rain and storm activity, but eastern Kentucky still seeing some heavier downpours.
Tells a man how to top out a rough street. Stay that door or give us a chance to go get us a few chips and there's more one was done. Not many is done.
I was born in Louisville, Kentucky, and there I am right there. I was probably about less than 2 years old here. And there was my mother and my brother, Joe, and there was my other brother named Curtis. And there's a dog, I don't know what his name was, okay? But there's a house we lived in. It's a real poor house. In wintertime, when it snowed, you'd wake up with snow on top of your blankets on your bed. You know, snow blew through the weatherboard. We weren't a rich family, I'll tell you. We were not rich at all. My dad farmed, farmer. He painted, house painting too. And he did a lot of things to make a living back in them days. A lot of people did, okay? My mother, she worked several different places. She worked at restaurants and stuff like that, You did what you had to do to live. I remember one time my dad and my brothers, they was back in the field somewhere, and I was home by myself. And I made me a little corncob pipe, put me back in it, and I started smoking it. I was just about 8 years old. And I opened the door to walk outside and smoke that, puffing on it. And all of a sudden, there was my daddy, my brother was standing right in front of me. I walked out and walked right there and smoked a pipe. When I was a kid, if you smoked, you was a tough person. You was bad, you know what I mean? Macho, okay? It made you look macho. You on a cigarette like that and think you're tough, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're tough, yeah, you're just a kid, I've been in more fights when I was a kid. I can remember about all of them, but it's bunches and bunches and bunches. I got scars here where I got a hit with a fist. I got a scar on my head, got hit with a bottle. Boy, one day got me there with a can opener. It swung at me and I went backward, it got me right there. Back in them days, you talking about macho stuff, man, you was chicken, you was a disgrace if you backed down from a fight. Me and my wife moved up here. This was a gravel road. When we moved up here, we was the only ones lived up here. And then they built houses and so on. Here's a log house I built right here. See, there's a log house we used to live in right here. I built this. I was 1979, we moved into it. My kids was all little in school, but you know, I built everything myself. What you doing, dog? Huh? What you doing? Hey, I know you. I know you. I've seen you around before.
Let's go fast, Jeremy. Come on.
Really happy. One of the happiest times of my life. I felt free. I felt like I was proud of it. Me and wife, we'd have nothing. See, when you got nothing, you go out here and try to get you something. You want to try to go out here, you got an ambition, you're young, you want your house, you want to raise your family. I wanted something I owned. I wanted to own something. So this is the first house I ever owned in my life. Just keep your memories and, you know, just keep your memories of what you got and that's it. You move on, you know what I mean? You can't go back in time. Things only happen one time. That's it. And, you know,
Away from you.
How'd you do that? Hit me again, huh? I'll get you. Oh, you slipped right out of my arms, huh? I'll get you, boy. I'm gonna get you this time.
I had my lumber yard up here one time too. I had my sawmill down the road. My lumber yard was open 7 days a week. I worked every day, because I wanted to make it. I wanted to do it. After I got married, I worked this one place, and I was making $4.95 an hour. It was fair wages, nothing big, nothing real low. And I already had 3 kids. My check was just enough to pay bills. And I wanted something more than that. So I got into business for myself and started making money. You know what I always said? I am too poor to make mistakes. I couldn't afford to make mistakes in business. If I did, I was out of business. My family was out of money, so I was too poor to make mistakes.
You know, watching him grow up, I knew that wasn't the life, hard life I wanted to live. And I knew I had to go to college to do a little something easier. I didn't want to, I wanted something steady and secure and income coming in. And he was always working or, you know, trying to think of something else to do, I don't know. But I devote pretty much all my time and money toward my kids, and I kind of live some of my life through them, through sports and stuff, because those are some of the opportunities that I wanted to do as a kid. I didn't get a chance, either wasn't good enough. My family was too busy to take me or whatever. So.
That's about it.
Yeah.
I was too, a lot of times, I'm gonna tell you what, I was too busy trying to make a living sometimes to pay attention to a lot of things. You know, I know Andy wanted to play baseball one time. I didn't have time to take him.
Happy birthday, Andy.
And I'm gonna win another wish.
Yeah. Okay.
Mike, this thing is not.
Here it goes. I'm gonna blow it out.
Mike?
Can I wish again?
1982, we all got together and one day went to Florida. We stayed about 4 or 5 days, come back, we drove down there. And one other time, and I think about the next year, we took a trip down to Tennessee. And that's about it. That's the only holidays we ever did take, trips. Outside that, we was too busy working. Me and my wife, we had 5 sons. If she still lived, we've been married about 55 years now. But she died about 7 years ago. But anyway. My wife would save all this stuff. See? Here's the movies we went to see. We was dating each other. See? You take a girl out to drive-in theater and watch the movie, and sometimes it didn't matter what the movie was about. You sit there and hug each other, kiss each other. Sorry. What was that movie about now? Anyway, look at all these. These are all movie stars. Doris Day, who is that? It's okay. Of course, there's Elvis Presley. Glenn Ford, and this guy here, okay, I know him, James Stewart. Here's one of my favorite movie stars right there, Charleston Heston, Macho Man, okay? I grew up liking movies. I like cowboy movies, I like gangster movies, war movies, you know, and I'll tell you, when I was a little kid, I'd go join the military and go fight, go shoot. We went, but you know, that's what I did. All these movies about, never did really think about shooting Germans, but I wish we were going to fight, you know. But anyway, it's just little kid stuff. Here's me and my wife and my 5 sons right there. This picture was took in the early 80s. My son Troy, he was about 14 or 15. My son Kevin, he's about 16 or 17. And Mark, he was probably around 13 years old. And Andy, he's 6 or 7. My son Kelly, he was just still a little baby.
Close up picture here. Hey, Kelly, Paul, look here.
This picture here was took my son Troy. He got killed in 1996 in a car wreck. He was 28 years old. I was crazy about it for a long time, for months. I go along, drive down the street, or look down the street, I think I seen him walking towards me. But anyway, I pulled myself together, so, you know. When Kelly graduated from high school, Troy got killed. A year later, Kelly's girlfriend was going to graduate that year. And before she got to graduate, she got killed in a car wreck. So he got a little wild after that and started drinking. And he'd been drinking off and on all his life since then. He was a very smart, talented person. He knew what he was doing. He worked over here at 3M, he worked at Toyota, and he could just do about and fix about anything you want to fix, okay? He knew more about computers and stuff than I did, so I always depend on him a lot.
3. He says 3.
Hey, Dad! Oh, man, I like
9, 5.
What did the elephant do when he hurt his toe and couldn't walk?
Close up picture here. Hey, Kelly, Paul, look here.
Here, Mark. Are they up here?
We started off with 7 of us. Well, there's only 4 of us left.
Over here, Mark. Mark.
But anyway, just go on, you know. But I guess that's part of living, you know. You live and you die and so on. But I never did want to outlive my children. Just keep on stirring. I'll get my coffee here. Kelly had a daughter down there, 12 years old, he thought a lot of. And the day before he missing, his daughter was right up here. They was eating chili together. Kelly made a big pot of chili. She's a basketball player, a very good one. I've had these 2 pieces for 21 years, okay? This one here, Billy, is a picture. The name of it is Dancing Girl. You see it, she's dancing, okay? And on the back here, it is signed Vincent, 1880. This one here, Billy, is, the name of this is the actress. This one here is signed Vincent van Gogh on the back. It's really hard to see it right now, but it's on there. I still think they could be real, okay? What do you think? You like me, you don't know either. It'd be great if they was real. I'd give you a little money. I'd give you $15 or $20 when I sold these. You know? This joke with you. Yeah. You'd be took care of, okay? Maybe 100 years before that. You know. What I'm going to try to do now, show off when my son is missing and how I reported him missing. I'm not going to go through a lot of details. It would take 2 days. Okay. Now, there's a picture of him right there, you know. Last I seen him was on a Tuesday night. He did not come in that night, did not come back home. Wednesday night, he didn't come home. Thursday night, at 11 o'clock, he wasn't home. So I got my car and went to hunt for him. See? Let's see what we got here. Play.
Today is the second day that Harrison County Search and Rescue has combed South Fork Licking River for any sign of 39-year-old Kelly Hudgens.
Well, currently right now we do put 2 dogs on the water this morning. Both dogs hit on something there.
The people that searched down there searched for a lot of hours, a lot of days. They searched a long ways down the river.
Search and rescue crews combed through 6 miles of the South Fork Licking River using dogs, and they walked that length on foot. They came up empty-handed.
Lexington, Channel 18, Channel 27, and 36 News out of Lexington. Been down here, right here in my house, interviewing me over my son missing. All they ask me when they come down here is, how do you feel about your son being missing? In my own words, how the hell do you think I feel? I get tired of them asking me that question. I told him, I said, that's a stupid question.
Michael Hudgens is offering $25,000 of his own money for any information that will lead him to his son, Kelly.
Michael Hudgens says his life was turned upside down on November 13th, the last day his son, 39-year-old Kelly Hudgens, was seen alive.
Here's a reward poster that I put out. It was $25,000. There's my son's picture, and there's his daughter. And also, I put down here, and I'll read it to you. My son Kelly has been kidnapped and murdered. Suspects are Chad, Daniel and David, and also 2 more that I will not say right now. Call me, write me a letter, draw me a map. I want to find my son's body. They say, you're gonna get in trouble for saying them names. They gonna take you to court and sue you. The only problem is, I'd like to see them in court. That's where I want them in court. Here it is. These people are suspects. Chad, I went down to that boy's house and I said, listen, I know Kelly was here. And that boy says, yes, he was here, but he just stayed just a bit and walked on. Okay, he was lying, because next day, his guy lived with him said, yeah, Kelly was here. Him and Chad walked a place, walked somewhere together. It was going about an hour. Then next time me and my sons questioned him, at Chad, he changed his story around again. He lied 3 times or 4 times already about that night. Daniel, he was involved in a kidnapping down in Tennessee in dope, drugs, and served time for that. David, he's in drugs. When I say I'm gonna get these, I'm gonna use this bad language. When I say I'm gonna get these son of bitches that killed my son, I'm going to. I am going to. I don't give a damn last thing I'll do on earth. I'll get them. All these drug-related crimes and stuff like they do nowadays is ruining the country. And it's not just only Cynthiana, it's all these other towns around here and all over Kentucky and all over the United States. I got rid of all my guns in the early 80s because I was afraid my kids might get a hold of them and get hurt. So I sold them, got rid of them. You know when the next time I bought, next one I owned guns is last December. Last December, I went out and bought me 2 guns. I bought me a little .32 Beretta automatic. I bought me a shotgun. I haven't owned a gun for 30-some years until last December. I'm started dealing with people that hurt my son, and I'm not going to let them hurt me or my family. I am not scared for myself. But I'm not going to let nobody break in my house and not have something to protect myself. I'm not, especially right now. We're going to shoot down here into the river. Nobody here, okay? Here's a target I'm gonna shoot at. I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna hit it. Okay, so like that. Anyway, this here is a what you call a 410 shotgun. It just shoots one shot. You break it in like this, put your shotgun shell in it, close it up. It's going to be a loud noise. Watch this. See? We blew the top off of it. No top left on it. Kids growing up, seeing people shoot, and they learned to themselves. They might have had a daddy, mommy, an uncle, whatever. They said, here, try it out. So, you know, see what I mean? So, you don't go to classes, go to school. Just do it, you know? My sons, they know how to shoot. They got the guns all themselves. My grandkids got high-powered rifles. Next door, they got high-powered rifles. All my sons got guns. If any country ever try to come over here to try to invade this country with their soldiers, they would have a bad time. Because everybody in this country owns a gun. And there's people like me, you know, say a foreign country to bring their soldiers over here and try to invade this country. Well, hell, those people like me would shoot them dead. Yeah, I think most of you are 150 years old.
No, 63.
I lived down here, you know, several years when I was young teenager, you know, and Larry here, we played basketball down here.
Used to be basketball
together.
go right around the side of the store here.
I was about 15. It's been about 60 years ago since I met this guy. He hasn't changed a bit, you know. Anyway.
He used to knock me down and gravel out here and bust my nose. And
Oh, sure, yeah. He was bigger than I was. That's probably, you know, it's probably true. And Larry's always a cocky one anyway. You know?
I want you to listen.
He'd get in his 57 Chevrolet and take off down through and leave black marks down through the road, you know. He's a hot rod. He's an outlaw.
Mike's been a good friend of mine for years and years and years. We've never had no bad words. I love his family to death. I'm sorry to hear about his son. We've played a lot of cards together. We like to play cards. He always beats me out of my money, but
no, he cheats at poker.
No. But I've had a lot of good memories from Mike.
We used to sit right over here on a bench over here, and that girl, it was a two-story house, and well, accidentally sometimes she'd leave the curtain open when she changed clothes, and that was our entertainment. Okay, you know. But you know.
It was a booming little town. Yeah, they come from everywhere. All the boys out of the county all come played basketball. And we had a little
bar down there.
Little restaurant right there. They had a pinball machine. They played. And they were girls up and down the street. I mean, it was a booming little town once upon a time.
So anyway, the bigger stores like Walmart and whatever, grocery stores and whatever, they just about killed all these little small towns.
Yeah, it sure did.
They just, you know, wiped them out because you can't compete with them. I've sat here on this porch many times when I was a young kid. Here it is 60 years later, I'm sitting here. I have got nowhere in life. So if I'm still sitting here, 75 years old now, if I was still sitting here 60 years later, you can see how far I got in life. Nowhere. We didn't get very far anyway. What happened, Larry?
I don't know. The apple don't fall very far from a tree, I guess.
Hey, Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
Yeah.
Come here. It's sort of peaceful sitting out here. That's what I sit out here for, just peace and quiet and a good day. Yep. Watch traffic go by, you know, stuff like that. Well, you got one more year of high school, then you'll be out.
Yeah, almost. Almost done. Then I gotta go to college.
Yep. Then go to college, and after that, get you a job somewhere.
Work.
Then start making a living. What's your mother doing? Is she home?
She's working right now.
Oh, is she?
She had to get another job at Kohl's to help pay for church camp and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, okay. Your mother and daddy really puts out a lot of money.
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we told her we didn't even have to go, but she's dead set on us going, so
Yep,
she got another job.
How long are you gonna be gone?
A week. All next week.
Colorado? How many's going? You, all of you?
All of us, except for my dad.
Yeah, okay, that's it, okay. I'll tell you what, one thing. Me and my family, we voted for Donald Trump. But there's other people in the world don't understand that, might not understand it. I know a lot of countries, maybe France or something, don't like Donald Trump. He's a different kind of president, I'll tell you what. I ain't gonna use crazy, but he's a different kind of president. You know what, why me and my family and other people like me like him? Is because he is different. The old presidents, they go along with all the big shots. Donald Trump, he tells them no. And anyway, stuff like that. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
What is your last name, Richard? I know.
My name is Smith or Jones, depending on where I'm at.
Well, you're at the American Legion Man of War Post 8 right now.
Right, well, my name is Hudgens, Hudgins.
Okay, Hudgens.
I use my real name here. Other places I use Smith, Jones, or whatever, Johnson, you know. I lie a lot. Today's my birthday, too.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm 65 years old.
Are you?
Yeah.
Richard, happy birthday.
You're sure welcome. Where's my present at?
Let me give you let me buy you a beer.
I don't drink beer.
That's right, you drink Pepsi. Well,
I don't drink beer. Just give me $20, we'll forget about it.
I'll tell you what your present is. Your present is being here with all your friends.
That's it. That's good enough. We're even. That's it.
And
by the way,
having good conversation.
By the way, today's not my birthday. My birthday's not my birthday's not to December.
Well, you can't mess with people like that because we.
I mess with you. I heard that you was here.
You did? Where'd
Yeah.
you hear that from?
Downtown.
Downtown? You've been downtown to see John?
No, I didn't go down there to see him. I just happened to see him. And he said you was here. He said his girlfriend was here. And I guess I got thinking, is Barbara still his girlfriend? I don't know. He might have another one here.
Honey, how are you?
Hello, I won't give away alcoholic drink. Yeah, okay. 5152.
1163, nope.
1163.
We're lost.
5152.
Right here, right here.
Right here. Now, wait a minute. She'll take care of you.
What is this about your son dying? I didn't know anything about that.
Well,
What happened?
about 2 months or so ago, we found his body. That was it. Someone killed him.
Somebody killed him?
Yeah, that's what I say.
Uh-huh. What do you think? Why?
I don't know.
Drugs? Was it to do with drugs?
He didn't take drugs. He drank,
Yeah.
but he didn't drink. Okay? And that's what the autopsy proved right there.
So you don't know what happened?
No.
Crews pulled a body from a Harrison County creek today, and now a father is holding his breath, waiting for the identification.
He's worried the body may be that of his son, who's been missing since mid-November.
I just spoke with the father, Mr. Hudgens, who was here on scene, and I just told him very basically that I could not give him any information that would help him at this point.
And here's how it come out. Body recovered last week, identified. Kelly Hudgens has been missing since November 13th. They found him out there on that island in the middle of the river. He's been gone 4.5 months, and I'm saying he's been laying in there the first week or two on that island.
Investigators have previously said there was no reason to suspect foul play in Kelly's disappearance, but his father disagrees.
But I'm saying he never was in the river up here. They took him outside of town. They killed him and kidnapped him, killed him, whatever, and took him outside of town, 20 miles down the river, and dumped his body. That's what I'm saying. This video is from the Cynthiana Water Company. You see two people walking up through here. One of them my son, one of them is the man he's with. And there they are right there, see them? Right there. They're crossing over the bridge. They're going out there towards Walmart, crossing over the river bridge. That was 6:36 November the 13th. It took them 18 minutes to go there and come back. So the next time is 6:54. They were coming back. My son's on the inside. The other man's on the outside. There's my son right there, and there's the other man. They walked down that road. This is one of the last times he was seen, okay? biggest problem my son had, Kelly, was drinking, okay? He's an alcoholic. He wasn't alcoholic every day. I've seen 2 or 3 weeks pass, he wouldn't even drink. But when he gets drinking, he might stay drunk for 2 or 3 days. Really? Okay. It's the truth. And he's been in the hospital up here several times because he's just about messed himself up drinking that hard liquor. But as far as being out here stealing, robbing banks, or raping, no, he didn't do that type of stuff. What he did is drink, okay? He wasn't a criminal, and he wasn't dealing in drugs either. When you raise kids, just because they get old enough to get on their own, don't mean you don't care about them. You still got to watch out after them. There's no time limit. Even a dog or whatever would take care of the young. Okay, and watch out after them. If somebody starts to harm them, that dog will bite them. Anyway, it's a big story, and I hope I get to the bottom of it, about what it is. And that's my mission, that's my plan, and they're not going to stop me. They're not going to stop me. It drags you down. It's not really good on your health either. People say, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Well, I'm getting old. I'm getting where I don't breathe as good. There's nothing wrong with my mind. My body is filled, you know. I don't think so, you know. Maybe I'm crazy and I don't know it, you know. But I don't think so. I don't think so, you know. You know, there's a funny song out, and it's about this man, this movie people going to put this man in the movies. And he's saying this song, he says, they're going to put me in the movies, they're going to make a big star out of me, and all they want me to do is act naturally. So, you know.
They're going to put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man that's sad and lonely, and all I gotta do is act naturally.
Take a picture myself.
Well, I bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might I win an Oscar? You can never tell. The movie's gonna make me a big star. But I can play the part so well. Well, I hope you come and see me in the movie. Then I'll know that you will plainly see the biggest fool that's never hit the big time. And all I gotta do is act naturally.